Welcome everyone to episode 25 now of Your First Jungle Clear. This is the show where I go over the early jungle pathing from members of my community. Why the early jungle pathing, you ask? This is the time where we have the most control of a game of a jungler. The later the game goes, the sort of more out of control it gets because we just don't have as much gold as our laners. And from the hundreds and hundreds of reviews that I've done, the early jungle pathing, people mess that up and their games become so much harder, so unnecessary. So really, really important to nail down your early game. Your jungling just becomes much easier. So we have a full guest lineup for tonight. Pretty diverse range of champs as well. We've got a Kayn, Graves, Rek'Sai, 2 Olafs, and a Nunu game. Right, so we'll jump into the first guest in just a moment. Let's make sure that he's here. Alright. Also, as well, if you're watching on YouTube, these shows are now on Twitch. I did do the first 20 or so on YouTube. But if you want to follow my channel or join this time every week, which is 9 p.m. Eastern time, then feel free to jump in. And if you're not in my Discord and you want to come on the show, it's open to anyone to come on every week. It's basically just first in, best dressed. Whoever responds to the Discord announcement. Alright, the Devil, you're on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Hey, I can hear you, yep.
This is your first time on the show, right? Yes, loud and clear. This is the first time on the show, the Devil. Is that right? I don't think I've seen you here before. All right. What should I call you instead of the Devil? Mike. All right, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to get your game up in just a moment. So I did choose the Kayn game. Is that okay instead of the Warwick game?
Yeah, that's fine. The reason I wasn't sure is because the Kayn game, what I wanted to improve on was doing something early game.
Okay.
I was a bit inactive.
Yep. So did you watch the Kayn review that I just did of my gameplay?
Yeah, I was here.
So the answer is you don't need to do anything as Kayn sometimes early. You know, like the thing about Kayn is that he just can't do these kits. Just so useless for early ganks, right? Even before he gets his form. Like your objective is just to be getting farm, just getting level 6. You can't. That's not to say you can't gank, but you need to really, really just make sure that the ganks are like waves in a good position. You know where the enemy jungler is ideally, because you can get counter ganked and really struggle, especially against champs like Lee Sin. So just don't feel pressured to do stuff early game. But we'll take a look here. Can you see the game on the stream all good, by the way?
Yep, everything looks good.
All right, the stream's actually saying that you're a little bit too low. I think you should be okay now. I'll just turn you up on Discord.
I actually had a bit of a review from Bluster earlier this week.
Oh, nice. Oh, and how did that go? He's been helping out with that Kayn, has he?
Yeah, I had a really bad game. That's actually the one I wanted to show you, but I think I got most of what I needed.
All right, nice. Yeah, Bluster's definitely the Kayn expert in the community. All right, so you place the board here. You're looking to reset.
My thinking here is Lee Sin will probably start red, try to do something early.
Okay, so you do the good old wolf start path in, raptors. Alright, so do you know where Lee Sin started right here? Do you have an idea?
My idea is that he started on the red side.
Because Darius was late to lane, right?
Darius was late to lane, and that's what Lee Sin seems to want to do.
Excellent. Alright, so they get first blood bot. Don't really want to help these guys, I don't think. So you need to be very careful here, Mike, because you know how you said that, you know how we know that Lee Sin started red? You could get baited by this. You know, if Lee Sin's done a red-blue Gromp path, like, he could potentially... Actually, I don't think he can be down here at this time, but you just need to be careful of that. So, like, I would probably not go for this, to be honest.
I don't think I did in this game.
Yeah, just do our Krugs. Oh, okay. We actually see Lee Sin here. Did you see him in the game at this stage?
I don't think I noticed him. I might have, though.
Because this is really important information right now. So we actually see him here. He's actually tried to go for an invade. He has 12 CS. So what this tells us is that he has, well, what does this tell us as a question to you, Mark?
I think he's got all 3 of his top camps, his red side camps. If he's got 12 CS.
So,
but also I did leave my Gromp and my blue up, so it could just be his red blue Gromp.
He does have blue here, we can see.
Yeah.
So you would be right, but this situation, just the fact that he's here at this time, he's 100%. He's 100% taking your blue and Gromp. So this is really important. Okay, you actually see him here now as well. Okay, this is fine. All right, so there's definitely nothing you can... Okay, you know what I'll be doing right now, Mike? Reset straight to his Raptors and Krugs.
Okay.
Because what this is going to tell us here is that he's now coming to defend his bot side camps because he's scared that maybe you're taking these from him, right? Because he's just taking yours. Actually, maybe you don't even need to reset. No, don't even reset, sorry. Just right now, just literally walk around... Let him get this crab, let him get this bot crab, straight Raptors, Krugs, top crab, your Gromp and Wolves will be back up. You could probably do that whole full clear, then reset. You'll be much further ahead of Lee Sin. You've denied camps. That's best case scenario for you. So you'll win this early game against him instantaneously if you do this path in.
Okay, I don't think that's what I did, but that makes sense to me.
Alright, well this actually works as well. Oh, could you have played that better? She just has flash and she's too fast. Alright, well you get a flash, that's fine. Raptors,
Chase
Mike.
the bit.
Raptors, Mike. Yeah, so remember, we need to know that Lee Sin... I would say don't do Raptors, Mike, if you didn't know where Lee Sin was, but we know where Lee Sin was. It's so easy to tell where he was because we saw him walk down bot. And remember, we know that all these bot side camps are. And I guess all this just comes down from, Mike, is you didn't process his CS when you saw him, and you didn't think about what path has he done. That's just the biggest problem here, Mike. Because I mean, you could have you could have like potentially assumed. I would even just check his Raptors anyway, to be honest, Mike. Like Lee Sins don't really do Raptors on their first clear, but I mean, I guess you sort of did say they can. I think it's more of a high yellow thing for Lee Sins to do like red Krugs Raptors. So you should just check it anyway. Like Lee Sins in this elo, I definitely don't think they're going to be doing Raptors. So definitely a big mistake here.
Okay. And I was walking by there anyway, it wouldn't have been too hard.
Yeah.
So that's me not seeing his CS again?
Just not getting the information where he started. I mean, it was good. Like you said that you knew where he started was red. So remember, we already have that bit of information. So that's one piece of the puzzle. Then we see him mid, and then everything clicks as soon as we see mid. We press tab, we see he has 12 CS, we see he has blue, we see him walking from top side, and he has blue, which means he's definitely taking your blue buff. And then we need to put ourselves in his shoes, thinking, what is he possibly going to do that is bot side? He's going to take his crab, he's going to defend his bot camps, because at that point, he didn't know where you were, which was huge information advantage that you have. So sometimes as well, like, just getting the information on the enemy jungler, well, not sometimes, all the time, is just a huge advantage when they don't know where you are, because they're like, Lee Sin is just sweating right now. He doesn't know exactly where you are. He doesn't know, he can't punish you at all. All he's going to do is just AFK farm to his camps. He'll be 0-0-0, and you'll be even CS with him. And in my eyes, that's a one early game for Kayn versus Lee Sin.
For sure.
Okay, now you go for his Raptors. Okay, I like this now. I like this. And you punish this no flash. Great. This is good stuff, Mike.
I think maybe we're on a bit of a delay. I didn't see that until now.
Okay, yeah. I'll actually wait for you a little bit.
I saw the flash play just now.
Alright, reset. You go the tier map build. So this is the new thing, right? The tier map, Kayn.
This is what Bluster coached me into doing.
Yeah.
The wolf start, and then you back after the Krugs, and you get the longsword and what is it called? Rejuvenation bead.
Alright, so we're going bot now. Nice, nice, nice. Beautiful. Alright, so this is great. You have insane amount of map participation right now. 103, Lee Sin's done nothing. You're ahead in farm. You're level 6. You push this in. You reset. Nice. I like this a lot, Mike. Let your Redraven reset. New Sealy's in top. Alright, so what can we do with Lee Sin's death here? This is the first thought that I have. It's 7 minutes in the game.
I should be in his jungle.
Absolutely. Red, Raptors, GG, you know? So, utilize death timers, utilize him being dead. And remember, we know he hasn't done red because he didn't have it at this fight. So,
Right,
the common trend here, Mike, is that we aren't capitalizing on the enemy jungler's mistakes enough. And I can't emphasize enough, Mike, how important taking the enemy raptors. Any opportunity to take the enemy raptors, just take it. As I showed you in my Kayn game, the Talia, just taking her raptors. It just so you do it so quickly. It's such a good camphor to get, and it really sort of messes up the enemy jungler's path in as well.
If you're, I play a lot of Warwick as well. If you're doing something early game that's not AOE, is there an equivalent? Is it maybe Wolves or?
Yeah, the equivalent's probably Gromp, but Gromp's a little bit trickier to take.
Okay.
But, so these type of junglers like Kayn and stuff like that, remember, every camp you deny or get is a win for you because you're sort of scaling. But sometimes playing an early jungler like a Warwick, Elise and stuff like that, counter jungling isn't sometimes the best move because you want to be sort of pressuring, getting kills, fighting, skirmishing. So your invades as Warwick and Elise want to be more to kill the enemy jungler. Obviously you can take the buff after, but that needs to be your more your mindset when you're playing those early junglers. But with Kayn, it's counter jungling is amazing for you. Kayn, Kha'Zix, because you're just trying to deny the enemy experience and give yourself a bit of an edge. So then again, you're going to scale better than them. So does that make sense? Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Nice, Mike. Well, any other questions you have? Again, this is all I want to go for the early game here. I think this is pretty solid overall, but definitely could have punished the enemy jungler a bit more, I think.
That's good information because I think I thought I did pretty well, but now that you've pointed that out, I'll try to improve on that. Thanks.
Excellent. All right, Mike, thanks for coming on, and we'll potentially see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, so that was our first guest of the night. Let's take a quick look at Twitch chat. Where is my Twitch chat? Yeah, that was definitely a good start to the game there, Bottles. I think that was really good by him. Alright, so our next guest here is going to be... let's take a look at our... So this is a Graves game on Oath. So Shady, I am going to drag you in just a moment. Let me just get your game up first. So let's go on my home server. Oh, so League of Magic Carp says, hey bro, your jungle review's free. All my jungle reviews on stream are free. And this show as well. I do this show every week, 9 PM Eastern Standard Time on Monday. If you want to come on, join my Discord. There's a link up there. Alright, so Graves, what elo is this? This is a gold game, I think. And now's the time as well for you guys in the chat if you guys have any questions to ask while I'm getting the next game up before the next guest. Oh wow, Halo, that's really good to hear those results so quick. Tankamumi with most damage for objectives and champions with a 6 CS and men got sold, 2 Barons, both Heralds. Love it. These are the results I like to hear. Alright, so let's get Shady's game up here. Let's drag you in just a moment. Okay, actually, Shady, are you even here? you want to jump in the waiting room? So I can drag you in. Alright, nice. So John says, how do you view how long it takes to get Kayn forms? It depends. So the way that Kayn works is essentially you hit range champs, you get blue form quicker. You hit red champs, you get red form quicker. You hit champs, you get form quicker. That's the only way you get your form. You need to hit champions. So you can't just AFK farm the jungle. You'll never get form. Alright, Shady, you're on the air. Welcome to the show. Can you hear me all good? If you're trying to talk, your mic might be muted. Yep, there we go. Yep, loud and clear. Alright, Shady, this is the first time you're on the show, I believe. What should I call you, or is Shady fine?
Yeah, you can call me Shady or Roger. It's
Alright,
up to you.
I'll go with Roger. I always like to go by people's real life names. Alright, Roger, I'm going to get your game up on stream in just a moment. Let me know when you can see the game all good.
I can see the game.
Excellent. So let me just fix up chat a little bit here. Alright, so this is a Graves game of yours. You liking Graves at the moment? What's your thought on Graves at the moment?
Yeah, I like Graves. I think he has a good pressure in the map, pressure in the jungle, and I picked Graves against Jin Zhao because I believe he's good against it.
Okay, yep. Alright, so what do you think in this game? What's your early jungle path? What's your game plan here?
Usually I do just... I used to do full path, unless I have some gank opportunity, but usually just a full path, full clear, and then reset.
Okay. Okay, so...
I don't feel like top or mid has priority early levels, so I don't think invading is a good idea.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. So, my general philosophy on Graves, and I think Graves' strength... Graves is an incredibly good level 2 champ, like one of the best in the game, with red buff. So, what I really want to know this game is where Xin Zhao starts, or where the enemy jungler starts. Really, really just helpful information. Honestly, what I'll do here, the fact that you're against an Ezreal Janna, you have a Lux, I really would tell my team, I want to get a ward on the enemy jungler's red. I really want to know where he starts. Because we're going to have so many options for that. So, what I'll do here early game, literally run straight with your team. Ideally, your Lux comes with you. Come place a ward on his red, then reset, switch out to Sweeper, start your red, do Raptors, and sort of see what you want to do after that. It is a Xin Zhao. Level 2 Xin Zhao is probably a champion that invading and fighting him might be a little bit difficult compared to other champs. Definitely possible. We could just do a 5 camp potentially as well, but again, sort of just giving you some extra odd options here, Roger. Really, really good to, as Graves, to know where the enemy jungler started, because you definitely want to utilize his level 2 strength.
Yeah.
Alright, so we are starting blue here.
Yeah, I stopped trying to start red because usually I don't get any leash, so blue is easier and faster.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but again, you're sort of like really limiting your level 2 opportunities, your pressure. Like, you have to sort of like have red buff to utilize your level 2. I mean, this is fine, I think, still what you're doing. I recommend you watching Tarzan, his Graves. He invades literally every single game as Graves, no matter what. They'll give you some like potentially unique perspectives and unique sort of ideas on how to play the champion. Definitely recommend you watching his videos. You know who Tarzan is, right?
Yeah, I watch it. I watch him every day, I think.
Yeah.
Every day he streams, I watch. But he made it look so simple. It looks like it's always worked for him.
Yeah, well, it always works for him because he has a lot of information, and he knows like when to also back off when things are getting out of control. Like definitely, and this is the things, like he knows where the enemy jungler starts. He knows the matchup really well. He knows, I mean, his skirmishing's really good as well. Like you still need to pull off the skirmishing as Graves. You know, you have to E correctly, you have to kite correctly, you have to use phase rush correctly. But again, I just recommend, you know, looking at him, and that could give you some ideas for Graves.
Yeah, alright.
But the way that I also view this as well is Xin Zhao is such an early game jungler as well. Like invade's not that necessary because we're gonna outscale Xin Zhao anyway as Graves here. So yeah, full clear. Alright, so he hits the scrying plant here. This tells us that we know Xin Zhao's top. My question to you now is, what do we... this is the question you need to answer here. What are we going to do about this crab?
Yeah, I believe I saw Yasuo resetting, so I just forget about the crab.
Yeah.
I can't get it.
Yeah, we definitely forget about the crab here, Roger. So this is a good move. Oh, this doesn't look like forgetting about the crab to me. This is wasting a huge amount of time. All right, so Roger here.
I was going bot side, like the bot crab.
Yeah,
because I believe Zinzao was trying to dive top or something, and then I could go bot and get the crab.
Okay, so you definitely, that's the right move, Roger, but the amount of time you spend from walking one side of the map to the other is, like, yes, you are going to get here faster than base in, but you're not going to have items to spend, and you're not going to be sort of strong. So this is the right move, but you need to, basically, you need to identify that you've lost the crab as soon as you finish Krugs. On the Krugs, you need to be thinking, can I get crab, can I not? Answer is no. I reset straight away and I go bot side. It's just way more efficient. You get to spend your gold. You know, you get to get your skirmisher's saber, get like a longsword. Actually, can you get longsword here? No, you can't. Just skirmisher's saber, and just go straight bot for crab. You know, so because you know the thing about this as well is that you hitting this plant gives free information about your location as well. So Xin Zhao just knows you're going to bot crab. It's too obvious. But if you reset right now, he might assume it, but he's not certain. And I always say, always make the enemy jungler work for information of you. Never give it away to the enemy jungler for free. Think of it as a huge resource for you. So this is just huge waste of time. Okay, we do end up counting gank mid here. All right, let's look at this fight again. I mean, I guess the other option here is to counter gank. Like if you think about, all right, what are Xin Zhao's options? The only thing you can do is gank top, like after crab, gank top or gank mid. So this is actually okay as well. You can't gank top, mid's really his only option. So now I'm sort of just thinking, how do we play this fight? All right, so first thing is your smoke screen. It's definitely not ideal. You don't get huge value out of smoke screen because you hit it on the edge. You actually just sort of didn't even know Xin was here, honestly. That was sort of like a random E. Alright, so smoke screen definitely... Alright, the way that I view Graves as well is that I don't like using my abilities, especially my smoke screen and my Q, until like I really need to. Or like in between like my reloads, because it's just the way that I view Graves Q, it's only really worth doing if it's a wallbang, or like, you know, when you're right near a wall and you get like the insta Q proc, or when they're like running away and they're out of your melee range. But the fact that you're like on them right now, like, oh, I mean, you could sort of use it to sort of clear the wave as well, but like these sort of Qs are just so useless because it doesn't do any damage. They can dodge it so easily, right? And also smoke screens. I really like holding my smoke screen for like the right opportunity. Like this smoke screen right here, just starting off a fight with smoke screen is just like never ideal. Unless you're going to like one-shot them. So that's sort of like the way you need to think about using Graves Q and W. Sometimes you literally just E and you just auto attack, you know?
I believe I used the smoke screen because I thought that Yasuo was gonna hit his knockup and he was gonna stay on the middle of the smoke screen, but...
Yeah, I guess so. And Echo's also a tricky champ to hit smoke screen correctly on anyway, because he's got his E, you know, he can jump around pretty easily as well, so... Yeah, so again, I definitely recommend, like, really analyze your smoke screens and your Qs in fights. I really want you to, that's I think a huge improvement, and that changes your Graves gameplay so much. You just feel like you do so much more damage in the skirmishes, and you're so much more useful. Like a good smoke screen is just OP. So really like thinking about your smoke screen again, I recommend watching Tarzan, but pay attention to the way he queues and smoke screens and how he plays skirmishes, because that's really important for Graves. All right, so what do you see here, Roger? What are you thinking here?
Not sure. I think after Yasuo dead, I kind of tilt a little bit.
Like there's just nothing we can do here. Graves is not going to be able to dive these two champs here. You have like right now, it's so important for you to reset and start spending your gold. You do no damage. There's no dive potential here. You need to start getting ready for drag, Roger. And your camps are up. So you've wasted probably a good minute, like doing really inefficient things this game, which really adds up, you know?
Sure.
Okay, we do get a flash, which is okay. Because the way that I view that there is that, sure, you get a flash there, but again, I just value not giving the enemy free information of where I am and my location, my path in, because I mean, who knows? Maybe Xin Zhao right now could think that, okay, your bot, you're probably going to reset to go top right now. I hit Blast Cone, I rush drag, and you lose first drag. Because I mean, like, I would be thinking that you would be going top side right now for your Krugs and your Raptors. Like, because if you spend a lot of time bot, then usually you're back top. That's sort of like track in 101 for jungling. But you do eventually go like bot here. We see the Xin Zhao. Okay, Lux flashes there. What happens there? Alright, we missed the base. Alright, so you come help push mid wave here. Alright, so this is how you lose dragon. And then again, this is the importance. I think the common theme here, Roger, is information. Information. Think about what information you're giving to the enemy jungler. The fact that you've just pushed in this mid wave here and you've moved your character. Like, reading body language is really important in League of Legends. Which means that we know that he knows that dragon's free, basically. He can rush it. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. But at this time, I think I even thought like, okay, we lost the dragon.
Not necessarily. I mean, your bot's got priority right now. I guess they are they need to reset, but I'd say that your pathing is all really, it's really all awkward. It's just awkward because of like what you did bot here. You didn't clear your bot side camps. You went bot out of base and you skipped your Raptors and Krugs. Around this time in the game, you need to sort of be like thinking about pathing around dragon. Not all the time. Sometimes you can just trade dragon and make top a win condition, but right now you really haven't put much resources top. It is a level 6 Aatrox into a level 6 Malphite. This path in here again is really awkward around dragon. You're just giving drag, you know. I don't think you have enough reason to just give drag. Sure it's a Xin Zhao, but you're against an Ezreal Janna. You have a Lux Kai'Sa. Ezreal Janna is so weak early, you know, and you have a Yasuo as well. Like, sure, Yasuo is 0-2, you know, to be fair, but yeah, definitely want to be thinking about clearing top to bot or full clearing up and then resetting and then going bot for drag at around 5 minutes. So does that all sort of make sense, Roger? We covered like a lot of general concepts there.
Yeah, I think it makes sense. Even though the second path, I should have gone top and then going towards towards bot, yeah. And then I could have at least contest the dragon or something. Yeah, pretty sure. I didn't notice when I was playing.
And this is why I had this show. My early pathing is so important, because you can just lose a dragon straight up from bad pathing, you know. All right, well, that's all I want to go for this game, Roger. Do you have any other questions in general or about this game?
No, that's all. It's all good.
All right, excellent, Roger. Thanks for coming on the show, and we will potentially see you next time. See you later.
See ya.
All right, so that was our second guest. Let's just keep speed running through these right now. Let's get our third guest up, which is a Scruffy Tusks, Rek'Sai over on NA. So let's jump on NA. Let's take a quick look at chat while we're waiting. No, Aiko, so yeah, you're 6. Yeah, that was the second one. We're moving on to guest number 3. Alright, so this is a Rek'Sai game. Gold 1 Rek'Sai game. Alright, Scruffy Tusks, you're on the air. Can you hear me all good?
I can hear you.
Excellent.
Do you go by Nathan? Nate?
Nathan, yeah, to be honest, I've actually never been called Nate like growing up. I know it's like sort of
Never?
common. Never. I've always just been Nath or Nathan.
All right.
And what should I call you, Scruffy Tusks, or do you like Scruffy Tusks?
Scruffy is fine. That
All right.
works.
All right, Scruffy, I'm going to get your game up in a moment. I'm actually quickly looking at your match history. You're really popping off on Rek'Sai recently.
Yeah, I've been having some improvement going on because like I watched a few of Doubtful's videos on like pathing with Rek'Sai.
Yep.
And I've been in League of Mentors. It's like, sorry, I don't want to like promote, but it's like
That's
a
fine.
free community Discord anyway.
Yep.
And like there's a lot of junglers there, like Master Challenger ones that have told me about like just trying to fix up my clearing because I wasn't really clearing efficiently and kiting camps properly and stuff. And I've just been working on like really basic stuff, and it's been helping a lot. So currently, I think my biggest issue, the reason why I went for the 12 and 17 game too, is because I've been dying a lot, and I think that's been a big issue. Like I'm inting away my leads a lot.
Okay, well, we can take a look at that. We may not see too much of that in the early game, to be honest, Scruffy, but we can still look at your path in here and sort of see if there's some early deaths here that really affects it. Because the way that I view Rek'Sai is if you have a rough early game, you really sort of struggle. Because the thing about it, like Rek'Sai, you need to be in melee range. You sort of need to like use your E to do damage as well, you know? So if you're in, you E in, like you not one-shotting them with your ult combo, you're pretty vulnerable. You're sort of pretty useless after that, right? So early game's really important to nail down. So we can take a look at this game here. Let me know when you can see it on the screen. All good?
Yeah, I can see it. Well, are you streaming it on Discord? Just through
no,
Twitch?
no, it's just through Twitch. Yeah, there is a delay. I will sort of take note of that.
Okay, cool.
But
Yeah, I see it.
all right, nice. All right, so what's your game plan here? What are you thinking? What's your win condition here, Scruffy? What's your early pathing going to be like?
I do know that Echo's probably going to push in early, so I'll have mid prio, but I think bot lane gets shoved in from Caitlyn Xerath. So if I just path from red to side, I'll be good, but I tend to not do that. I always kind of get baited into like a gank mid lane level 3, and it kind of ruins my pathing sometimes. I noticed too that Set ends up shoving as well, and so I take that advantage and try to invade topside. But the biggest thing I noticed was just that I didn't know who pushes like topside, so I know that Echo's going to push and my bot lane's going to get pushed in, but then Caitlyn and Xerath are pretty easy to gank necessarily, so I just kind of wanted to go bot side here in the early game.
Okay, so yeah, I think that early game, thinking that Xerath Kate, I mean that's a very early bully, you know, pushing lane.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not necessarily true against a Thresh. If a Thresh gets a good hook off, that could suddenly turn that lane so quickly early game. So
there's like good threat advantage there.
Yeah, my sort of like advice to you is don't sort of just path just because someone's potentially going to be pushing. Because again, if they're not pushing, then your whole game plan could be gone. I think it's okay. You can definitely make that work, especially in a bit lower elo. Like, it's really chaotic, you know, like a lot of stuff can happen. Like in high elo, like that's definitely, you pretty much know that Kate Zero should be pushing. But one thing I didn't see you mention here at all was the fact that you're against a Shyvana and thinking about shutting down a Shyvana or killing her on her second buff.
Right. I think that's why I end up invading topside, because I noticed like she's gonna full clear, and then her like blue buff's not even gone by the time I'm able to do it too. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't even think. I honestly didn't even think about it when I was like in champ select or anything. It just kind of happened in game. So.
So some options around that is popular. So if she starts red, we can do a 3 camp into vertical jungle. Because usually she does a 3 camp bot side, right? When you start red, like farming jungles like Talisman, they're always going to do Raptors, yeah? That's an option. That's a very popular path. Other option is, let's say if you're versing a jungle that for some reason starts blue, like for some reason Shyvana starts blue this game, then you can do a red, blue Gromp into invade path. And it is very good to shut down a Shyvana early, because Shyvana is obviously going to scale really well, and she's super vulnerable against a Rek'Sai. And obviously you can utilize Tremor Sense.
She doesn't have any CC, yeah.
If she flashes, like, you can just flash after her, or you got your E. Like, if I'm a Shyvana, I'm terrified to verse a Rek'Sai early. Like, I'm just waiting to get invaded and get killed on my buff. So these are some extra options you can think about. Sometimes it's not always necessary. Another thing you need to think about is, okay, if I trade sides of the map, is it worth it? You know, is it coming here? Like, is this my potential win conditions? Or does bot being so important to me, because Jinx sort of scales and shutting down a Xerath Kate would be good? Does that outweigh the option of ganking Shyvana? So these are sort of all the questions that I sort of think and ask myself in the game, especially as Rek'Sai. So it's just sort of takes experience, and some of the options are better than others. Some might work, some might not work, but this is how you're really going to learn, is just thinking about all your options and executing on it, and then reviewing it after, saying, all right, did this work? Did it not work? Why did it work? If it did work, what were my other options? This will really help you, Scruffy, improve.
Yeah, I think that's one of the weaker points I have, is I'm really bad at identifying win conditions. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I'll see like I have some scaling champions or something and be like, which one's better? I don't know. To invest in, you know. And
again, it just takes experience. The best thing is you try things. It's better to have a direction, a win condition in your mind in the game, and then you execute on it, and then you think about, okay, and then again, going back to, did you review it? Like, did it work? Did it not work? Why? What were other options in this game? You know, and that's the only way you're going to learn. Because, I mean, I could come up with a win condition list for every win condition every game, but that list would literally take me like probably 100 years to make, because there's probably a million combinations, you know, because there's so many interactions with champions and stuff like that, right? Like some like 148, and you'd have to think about every variation of every game, you know. There should be millions of combinations. So the only way you do it is through experience. All right, so this is great. You get Tremor Sense, nice. Ooh, okay. So what I would do here, this is where patience is really important as Rek'Sai. And again, this is where you need to really utilize your Tremor Sense. So right now, I would be making sure that I just try and not get seen. I wouldn't just rush onto Raptors. You need to wait for her to be on the camp to commit to it, because that's when she's most vulnerable. So what you want to do here is like, so right now you see her on this Tremor Sense. So you see her here. I know that she's nowhere she's done blue. So what you should do here, Scruffy, is literally walk around here and wait for her to come onto blue. And she'll take a lot more damage from blue, and then you'll nicely be able to get a kill on this.
Yeah.
So by you just showing here, remember, as soon as she's finished the camp or she's here, she's not in a vulnerable position at all. She can just flash over the wall. But if she's on blue, you like walk over, like you just W, like you don't even E yet. You literally just go here, knock her up, Q, Q, or 3 auto attacks, and then do your E. She flashes away, you flash after her, she's going to die, you know? Because she's going to be low from blue as well. So executing on this is all about patience. Really, really important. And the patience can be the difference between getting this kill or not.
Yeah.
So this is actually a huge win for Shyvana right now. Okay, you're actually looking to go back in. So she knows you're here. You need to be conscious of this. So you see how she's playing completely differently? Yeah. So the way that I view this, Scruffy, she won the early game.
As soon as you get spotted, as soon as you get spotted, it's like the play's over, essentially.
Because you're in such a bad position now, because she's done so many extra camps from you, and you know, you're on the opposite side of the map right now to your win condition. But your bot lane actually is going to kill you, so this is good. Alright, we're ganking mid. This is a good gank. I like this. Oh. Nice. Is flash necessary here?
Yeah, the flash was a little sketch. I was worried he was gonna like flash out of position and then I wouldn't be able to find him, but
Yeah, no, I think you should definitely just walk more this direction, then like E like more here, and then get the knock up. Because if the way that I view Rek'Sai is, if I don't have to flash into a gank, I just won't, because flash knock up is like one of your biggest like moves. You know, it's like huge. Like, you need to view your flash as Rek'Sai as an incredibly important ability. You need to think of it literally as an ability. Flash is not like a defensive tool for you, it's an aggressive tool. It's so important to use aggressively as Rek'Sai, because that flash combo, there's no counterplay to it, you know? It's so OP.
yeah.
So this is just not
So
worth the
first you
flash.
get the full combo from Rek'Sai, it just hundreds of zeros some people.
Absolutely. Alright, so we see her still on this. She still hasn't done blue. That's interesting. So you smite... Wait, you take that from her? Yeah, you do you? Oh yeah, you do. Nice smite. Alright, nice work.
I'm just not sure if that was the right idea to go back to topside, because, like, what if she had already finished it and she was on... I guess if she was on Scuttle, it doesn't matter. I still have mid prio and top prio, so...
Yeah, this is probably a... assume that she's potentially done blue, and getting this crab... Oh, maybe it is fine, because you can sort of just reset off this and meet her back bot side, because she needs to do a bot camps. And bot's your win condition here. How much gold are you sitting on? Alright, yeah, this is fine. I just need you to reset after this, Scruffy. This is really important.
Okay. Instead of going for bot Scuttle, because you think she's not going to beat me there, essentially?
Well, I mean, does she have any reason to come to check this top grab right now?
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
You know, she's like 50% health. You're full HP Rek'Sai. You know, there's nothing. There's no way she's going to check this. So what you can do is you can use this information to your advantage. So think about it right now. She thinks that you've taken this crab. You can like mind game her right now. You reset right now. You don't even get this crab, Scruffy. You reset and you go straight bot. Because think about, where's she running right now?
Probably to her Krugs, right?
No,
Or
she wants to get a crab. She wants to trade crabs. Because remember, in her mind right now, she is literally thinking, okay, he's get top crab, that means I'm going to try and get bot crab. So again, you can use, and she might go there, she might not, but remember, in her mind right now, this crab is gone. So you can use that information, but even though it's actually not gone, and again, you can use this to gain a tempo advantage. Does that all make sense, Scruffy? Because this is really important. This is really important for you to understand.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't thinking that she would go for the bottom crab. I feel like she would just be too afraid to go for it because she's low.
You'll be surprised what junglers do. They get desperate for their first crab. That's what I've noticed. Okay, she actually did go for her Krugs. Interesting. Oh, I mean, actually, I guess this is fine. I guess you could just do this crab and just double crab and then full clear up as well. The problem with this though, Scruffy, is that if you now clear your top camps, like dragons coming up, like you're sort of forced to go back bot. I mean, potentially go top and like not go, because your top camps are going to spawn soon. So,
like, I really don't want to have to go back up to Krugs because dragons.
Yeah.
Spawn.
This is a bit of a mess of an early game, to be honest, Scruffy. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Imagine if
I was really unsure about the shenanigans that happened topside and like taking your blue and stuff, because like I wonder if all that even needed to happen.
I mean, if you if you executed on it much quicker and correctly, that would have worked.
Yeah.
But it was sort of really like
not showing like when she was clearing out the wolves and stuff, and yeah.
And this is such a perfect example right now, Scruffy. Imagine if you had flash right now.
Oh yeah, that Caitlyn was dead. Zeros level 2. Jeez.
Alright, so this is what I view as worst case scenario for my early game. I've died early as Rek'Sai. I'm now giving out the option to... Like, I have so much decision fatigue right now. All my bot camps are up. All my top camps are up. Like you've forced yourself into a situation where it's just like huge decision fatigue, and this is all because of all like this wasted time here. It just wasn't quick enough. It wasn't fast enough. Alright, so what do you do now? So now we're going bot camps. For some reason, they're trying to take your blue. You lose your blue. Alright. This is play gone. Play gone. We don't know where the enemy Kate's coming off a reset right now. Twisted Fate has yellow card. You have no flash. The is not here yet. And Jinx is not here. So what I'll do right here, Grom, we'll just do a full clear up, reset back bot for drag. Or, no, actually, no. You need to pressure this dragon because Shyvana hasn't based yet.
I don't know if she wants to try to solo it.
She'll definitely try, but definitely not with just a machete here. Okay, we're going for another play here. This is pretty aggressive. All right, nice. Oh wow. Honestly, I don't even know what to say about this here. Like, I can't say that this is bad because you're getting kills, but these kills aren't meaning much. Like, all your camps are still up. It's hard for you even to do drag here because Twisted Fate has ult, right? You know, you're a level 4 Rek'Sai, yeah. You're not that strong. Your Jinx has to deal with this bot wave. Echo needs to go mid. Maybe you do just start drag here. I think you do, because Shyvana needs to reset. I think you just need to start drag straight up, but now you probably can't. Maybe it's even risky to start drag.
It's just hard because I'm level 4 and it's a Cloud Drake. If it was like Earth Drake, sure, but I don't know if it matters, but like the Cloud Drake does so much damage.
All right, yeah. So this is just absolute overkill. The mess. This is the way that I call this. I call this playing Call of Duty Team Deathmatch. Did you play Call of Duty back in the day?
No, I played Halo though.
All right, whatever. Halo Team Deathmatch, where it's basically just getting kills. League of Legends is not a deathmatch game. Like, kills do not necessarily mean you win the game, especially early game. Kills early game, I mean, it's great. I can't say but objectives win games. Pressure in the correct, like, high impact kills wins games. Kills randomly all the time aren't necessarily, there's a difference between like a low impact kill and high impact kills. And a high impact kills essentially, I've fully cleared my camps. I do a play, like let's say bot. We get the kill, we get a dragon. That's best case scenario, okay? And what's happened in here, Scruffy, is that we're getting kills, but it's like all our camps are up. We're showing free on the map. We're not that strong. Our laners need to reset. They need to push waves. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Does that sort of make sense? Like the difference between low impact kills and high? And what we're seeing here is low impact kills. Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Because like we're not getting enough off of their death timers. So like they're dead, but like we're not doing anything with it. Like, and the reason is because you're being applied.
Yeah, you keep getting low as well. So even if this kill works, you need to reset anyway. So that's why it's a low impact kill. You know?
Yeah, and it's kind of like the same idea as like if you were to try to flash for a kill, and it's like, cool, you got that kill, but now you don't have flash for the next fight where Baron's spawning in like 30 seconds or something like that.
Exactly right. That's a perfect example. Alright, so that's all I really want to go for this game. This is sort of like a lesson in showing on the map and low impact kills versus high impact kills. Oh, thanks heaps for the Twitch Prime, by the way, Rallin. Appreciate it. So do you have any other questions, Scruffy, around this game or sort of what we sort of covered this game?
Really, it was just like, so like kind of had like indecisiveness and maybe just thinking about Shyvana and what she's trying to do more, maybe.
Yep.
What I should look for next time.
Yep. And I mean, again, right now looking at this game, it's 7 minutes in the game, you're level 4. Like this is just the problem, you know. And again, it all comes back to like you've just been. I mean, if you think about the amount of camps you've done, if you actually think about all you've done this game in 7 minutes is 3 camps. Actually, you did still a blue, so that's fine. But if you didn't get a blue, you've done double crab, you've done a blue. Like that's it. Actually, no, sorry, they took the blue. So all you've done is 3 camps, a blue, 2 crabs in 7 minutes. You know, and again, this is why we're level 4.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's just too much Call of Duty going on. Too much Halo Team Deathmatch.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right, Scruffy. Well, if that's all you had to ask, then thanks for coming on the show, and we'll potentially see you next time.
Thanks for reviewing it.
All right, I will see you next time potentially.
See ya.
All right, so that was our third guest. We'll more move into our fourth guest. We've got about 40 minutes left on the show, so we've got plenty of time still. Quickly take a look at the chat for some questions here. While I get the next game up. Nathan, I like it when you do like quiz times. You ask a question, let Twitch chat answer. Okay, I can do more of that, Buster. That's good to know. Trundle Abuser says, Wincon is Quinn support every game. I want to review a game with you one day, Trundle. You need to explain to me this Quinn support thing. Again, I can't tell if it's a troll or if it's legit. JLP says, hey, when it comes to ganking, if a gank goes well in one lane, would I keep ganking that same lane? That's really generalized. As Risky says, Peter says, yeah. Just depends. It just depends on so many factors. I can't even get into that now. Because I think any advice I give you will be like a detriment to you than help you. How important is farming camps versus ganking in the current meta? Again, another generalized question, Halo. It depends on the champ. It depends on killing on your camps is definitely important because they remove like catch-up experience a lot. So you need to still, and this is why I have this show, your first jungle clear. Your first early pathing is really going to dictate your experience flow for the rest of the game. So making sure your Krugs are off the map, getting them scaling levels and experience and gold because those Krugs gives you the most. Really important to be clearing your Krugs as much as possible. So again, pretty general. Depends on champs. Like if you're Rek'Sai, like you don't really want to be like AFK farming. If you're playing Shyvana, well you have to AFK, or Kayn, you have to sort of not AFK farm, that's probably the wrong word, but you're trying to get that level 4 and then sort of seeing what you can do after that. Eve as well. Halo says, do I actually have to do Gromp? Feels like a useless camp. You have to do Gromp. Yeah, Gromp may feel it's hard to get, but you take a lot of damage, but it gives a lot of experience and gold. It's second to Krugs. Bottle says, ranked anxiety thoughts. I would say, what are you scared of? Like, the only way, so let's say ranked anxiety comes from you're too attached to your rank. But as soon as you let go of your rank, the game becomes more enjoyable. You will improve faster this way. You won't focus on your teammates. You'll be focusing more on your own play. Again, as Bossa says here, scared of losing LP. Like, you need to always think about it. Always bring it back to you. And this is a hard mentality to really, I can't just tell it and you're going to do it. You really need to just think about it more and sort of train yourself to, just be very comfortable with ranked and be comfortable with your own skill level. If you're a challenger player, you will be challenger. End of story. You're not going to have ranked design. You're not going to struggle in gold. If you're a gold player, you are most likely like going to be gold. So just embrace it. Be like, okay, I'm a gold player. I'm gold 3. I'm with all my gold 3 friends. I do want to improve, but don't think about your rank. Always think about your improvement. Your rank always comes secondary improvement. If you become a challenger level player, you're not going to be gold. End of story. I do want to cover ranked anxiety a lot more. And again, as Peter says here, risky jungle. The cure to it is just spam ranked, and then ranked just becomes like, to me, ranked are normal games, It's just playing League of Legends. I'm playing League of Legends. I'm entering a game. This is my skill level in the game. My skills on display to, my teammates, my enemy team, and myself. I review it after. I see what I can improve on. That's it. There's nothing to be afraid of. And it should be fun playing ranked. You shouldn't be scared of it. And the more you focus, especially when you're into promo series, the more you focus on the promo series and scared of losing LP, then you're trying to look for like quick little, like you look at the OPGGs and be like, yes, I've got like Smurfs in my game this game, like it's a free win. It's just all the wrong mindset. Disable normal Q and ARAMs on the files. Absolutely. All right, so let's who's the next guest here? All right, so Peter, I'm going to drag you in just a moment. Let's get on to EU West. It is fun just getting that ball rolling. Again, just be like, enter the game, make sure you're focused, and you will. It's just clicking that Q button and just getting into it. Just don't even think about it. Just literally open up League, play, rank solo, Q, done. Don't even think about the like sitting there waiting. And it's like, oh, should I play rank now? My focus. Just get into it. You'll once the first 5 minutes happen, you'll be all good. All right, Cos, thanks for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate that. Nigeria NA says, what's your peak in League? Rank 2 Challenger was my peak in season 1200 LP in season 4, but rank 2 in season 3. I was an Udyr tank one-trick player. The last time I was Challenger was season 5, so we're trying to get back there this season. I've also had 3 accounts in the top 10 of Challenger, season 4. This is all on OCE as well. Alright, so let's get Peter's game up here. Alright, so this is a Diamond 2 game on EU West. 12, 1, and 5. 12, 1, and 5. Alright, Peter, you are on the air. Can you hear me loud and clear?
Yes, I can.
Excellent. It is Peter, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Alright, nice, Peter. Welcome to the show. This is the first time you've been on. I think you're pretty new to my Discord. You joined a week ago or so?
Maybe a week ago or something. 5 days. Something like that.
Excellent. And you've been enjoying the Olaf a lot recently, is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I've been spamming Olaf pretty much.
Alright, so I'm getting the game up on your screen now.
Yeah, I see it.
Tell me about this game. Why did you want to choose this game specifically? It does look like you go 12 and 1.
Yeah, it's a good game for me, but I'm not sure if I'm playing the early game correct, because there was an early invade going on, and I'm pretty uncomfortable with the side swapping that occurred, so
Okay.
that's why.
Yep, that's actually pretty interesting. That's an interesting problem to solve. So let's take a look at it here.
I started Talisman because I thought we were gonna invade, so
Yep.
that's my first
Yep.
thing.
All right. Also, as well, if your intention is to invade Peter, one person in your team needs to have sweeper. Really
Yeah,
important.
That's true actually.
So you just start your sweeper, Peter. You be the one. Don't wait for your team to do it. I mean, you're
Yeah,
the jungler
yeah.
as well. Just bam, sweeper. We're invading. Done. Because if they
Yeah,
get a
yeah.
ward, your team gets a free level 2. In lane, it's just good for you. Deny the vision. You question where you are. You know.
Yeah, that's really smart. Actually, I didn't think about it. Okay.
All right. So they see you here. Your position's been compromised. You know they're starting
Yeah. Red,
blue.
I assume.
Oh, sorry, you're red. All right, so there's a couple of questions we need to answer about this first, about whether this trading sides of the map is even worth it. So what do you think's like? Where do you want to be? What's sort of like you're thinking a win condition is?
Win condition. I mean objectives generally, but
Yeah.
so ahead in bot lane. It's my main idea. I think bot side is pretty strong because Lee is like spam ganking mid generally. So if I stick to bot side, maybe I can prevent it. That's my thought. Like I want to shut down Lee. That's like my main thing.
Deny camp, secure the first drag, secure
Yeah.
the first Rift Herald.
Yeah, because if I shut him down, we win. kind of, because Lee is trashed later.
Alright, so Lee ganks bot. You did say that you were thinking about bot. What's your map awareness like here, Peter? Do you know that Karma's burnt her flash and Ezreal has no heal?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, generally my map awareness is pretty good. I'm starting to get used to F keys. I haven't used them for a long time, but
So this is
every
really,
time I gank,
really important
I just
information.
look.
You know, like this is really,
Yeah.
really going to help us. Like this,
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
this will be like whether I feel like I can just flash onto Karma and get a kill, or
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking like, is it worth the flash? Is it worth the trade flashes? Really important for knowing this information. So it looks like you're going bot here. You get seen. So bot gank's probably not going to work. Sudo crab. So this is great. We know Lee Sin's bot side, right? So you're going for the double crab. Is that the
Yeah.
idea?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I don't know.
I think this is great so far.
Okay.
Oh, I wish you had Sweeper here, Peter. I wish you had Sweeper
Yeah,
here.
so do I. I mean, I usually swap the sweeper, but won't do it.
Alright, excellent. Lux donates a free kill. Lee Sin dies with the Raptors. Alright, this
It's
is...
pretty strong. But, I mean, I didn't have any other red side game. I mean, where we swap, so I just chose this one. If I could get some tips, that's all. I mean, this is a good game for me, so there's not a lot. But there's some things, I think.
Alright, so tell me just why you go top side here instead of bot side.
I mean, I think I want to push level 6. That's my main thinking, and then go for invades. Because Lee Sin, I can shut him down.
Yep.
Then that's just my thinking.
Yep, I think this is the right move here. I mean, we can potentially be looking to get drag here. I mean, where do you think Lee Sin is, by the way? After the Raptors, where do you reckon he's gone?
I mean, either Dragon or Grump, but I'm not sure. Recall, it's also possible. I'm not sure at all, actually.
I'm with you as well. I actually don't know. I mean, because actually his Krugs and his Grump would have been up at the same time. So, yeah, he has two. His path is just messed up at the end of the day. So, again, just ask yourself these questions in the game, Peter. Just make sure you're always thinking about this.
Yeah.
All right, so this is good. I love this. Just power farm up. We're gonna be level 6 now. This is we're so close to 6. All right, Peter. What's the problem here again?
Yeah, sweeper. Actually trolling. And no pink ward as well.
No pink wards. There's just no way we're getting any sort of river control. We could be walking over wards here. Come on, Peter. You know better. You know better.
Yeah.
All right, so I definitely like this. You're forcing a fight. This is where Olaf's strength is, and this is why let's talk about this as well. This is why I don't like approach velocity, because this is like approach velocity is not that useful here. Like if you think about like this fight, it's going to be them running at you. You know, like like my personal opinion is that Cosmic Insight is used way more on Olaf in a game. It's more consistent than approach velocity. Like I've literally, when I was making my guide, I literally counted the amount of times approach velocity was useful in my games, and like it was useful in probably like max 3 times in a game, or like maybe I could push it to 5. And I'm like, well, what's the point of that versus I have the permanent 5% CDR from Cosmic Insight?
Yeah.
Like that's just the way I view it. It's like Cosmic Insight is such a more consistent rune. And again, like you know, we can even look at this fight here that's potentially coming up. Like, was approach velocity useful? Because the way that I view it as well is that you already have that Q slow. Like they're either going to get away or die, or like through flash, which approach velocity is not going to really help you if they flash over a wall, right? Or they're going to die. You know.
I mean, chasing people before they get to tower is pretty strong. Like.
Oh, and that's the situation where it would work. But think about how rare is that situation, you know?
I mean, if it occurs once in a game that you get an extra kill because of approach velocity, I think it's a pretty strong rune, right?
Yeah. So again, approach velocity is useless there, you know? It doesn't help you there.
Yeah.
It's like he's going to die anyway. But this is good. I really like what you did here. So you take his blue. Beautiful. Ganking bot now. Do we know that Ezreal doesn't have flash?
I don't think so. Or at least I didn't know it. Unless it was pinged previously, but I can't remember if I knew. It was like 20 games ago, this one, so...
We do drag. And... Alright, so we got a lot of decision making to do right now. What's your game plan right now? You've just taken drag. What's the next objective, you think?
Power farming is my idea, but... And Herald is really strong pre 14 minutes. After 14 minutes, I don't really focus that much, but... Before that, it's really OP, I think.
So, we also need to think right now is where's Lee Sin? You've just done Dragon. Where do you think he is?
Top side heading bot side.
So you need to think essentially that your top camps are gone. You traded drag for your top camps.
Yeah.
So that also needs to be information.
I was originally thinking that he was his top side actually, but I realized that after that it had to be in mine top side. It makes more sense.
Alright, do we do Rift Herald here?
Yeah, I think I do. End up going for Herald.
Alright, Lee Sin's bot. Nice. Alright, so Lee Sin just dies bot again. He's obviously super tilted right now. You're 2-0 ADCS. I think it's a good early game, Peter. Except for the sweeper. That's just it. The sweeper, Peter. You know? Really important. So, yeah. I think you pretty much executed this game really well. Is there any other questions you had around this game? Or in general?
I mean... if mid doesn't have prio and I can't go for scuttles and we end up swapping sides, my bot side really gives really small XP, right? Because it's never been reset before. So I end up getting behind, I feel like, every time. If we end up swapping sides. Or most of the time at least.
So is that swapping sides through an invade that you do?
No, usually because I get invaded. Like if they have Sion, Blitzcrank, champions like that.
Yeah. So you get invaded on what? You're blue or you're red?
Red, always red.
And you start red. Is that what you do as Olaf?
No, I always start blue.
Okay.
But
so
I don't know if the most viable thing for me to do if my red gets stolen is to start their red or not. That's what I usually do, but I feel like I get behind because of it, unless I get double scuttle.
I don't really want to give you any general advice. I would need to look at a specific game because there's too many factors there. I need to know what champs. I need to know why they got the invade off early so easily. Why you thought you couldn't trade the red from the bat from the beginning. So, you know, if you want to come on next week or something like that, with a game like that, that would be I think really good, Peter.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, other than that, there was nothing really. I love your guides, by the way. I really appreciate you putting them out.
No worries, Peter. We got a lot more guides to come in the next couple of months, so looking forward to releasing those.
Okay, that's lovely. Okay, thank you.
All right, Peter. I will potentially see you next time. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, see ya. Yeah, bye.
All right, so we got 2 more guests left for tonight. Let's take a quick look at Twitch chat. Our next guest is Ultra Lacy on NA, another Olaf game. So let's quickly go back to NA. I'll quickly read the chat in a second. Enjoying the stream so far? Great to hear, Bottles. Here to help you become a better jungler. Alright, there's been a lot in chat over that review. Did I know I could earn drops when I watch esports games the next 2 weeks? I didn't know that. I don't even know what drops are, to be honest. I've never... everyone talks about it. I just don't even know what it is. Is it like skins and stuff? I don't really play League for skins. I play to improve. Right, Ultra, I'm going to drag you in a moment. Drops are in-game things. Ah, got it. like you could get alpha keys or... Alright, so let's get the next game up here, ready to go. You can earn chromas, that's cool. Prestige points. I don't even know what prestige points get you. Obviously it's prestige skins. So Adam says, I guess for Olaf specifically, I always get the early ward down or ask for late red bush ward. Yes, definitely want to get, like I talk about this in my guide, Adam, if you see, like what I want to do is I want to start channeling my base at about 54 seconds, place my ward as soon as I base outside my red buff, and then just go straight to blue, switch out to sweeper. And that will hopefully give you information whether they've invaded your red or not. But just be careful doing your red. You need to have like your fingers on smite and flash, super important. 11, 3, 7. All right, Ultra, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good?
Yes, I could hear you.
You've been on the show before, right?
Yes, I have.
Well, I forgot your name again. Sorry, what was your name again?
It's Griffin.
Griffin, that's the one. Yep. All right, Griffin. Obviously, welcome back to the show. This is an Olaf game of yours. This looks like a pretty good game. Do you want to tell me why you chose this game specifically to look over?
Well, I wasn't sure on early invade, what I was supposed to do as Olaf, because after watching your guide, I thought I should always start off on blue.
Yep.
I just thought it was a good invade because of the Blitzcrank on our team, and Nunu, I thought, usually always starts on red.
That's a pretty good assumption, to be honest. We're doing an invade here. Alright, did you have the intention to invade? Was it your idea to invade, or was it just Blitzcranks?
It was my idea.
Alright, so a couple of things here. This is funny because we literally just talked about we just had an invade Olaf game before. So a couple of things when you're invading as Olaf. If you're invading red, you need Talisman, because you need to do Raptors after red, and having Machete, you can't do Raptors, like you're going to be right?
Okay.
So every time, if your intention is to invade red, I need you to start with Sweeper as well, what we talked about with Peter just before, because if this is warded right now, invade, gone. And also, killing the ward gives your laners a free level 2, because everyone gets to share the experience and gold from it. So they get level 2 before their laners. It can literally win someone a lane. So those are the 2 points when we're invading as Olaf. But in general...
I think
go on.
I think we did step over a few wards because the enemy team just pinged like multiple times.
Did you see this ward? Let's have a look.
I don't know. I thought maybe they had vision on us or something.
They did. They did. I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, this was actually warded. You guys didn't get here fast enough, I think, or I don't know what happened. But yeah, this is. I'll be honest, Griffin. I don't like invading Olaf. Like unless it's like a Shyvana or like a Karthus. The blue side level 4 clear is just so good as Olaf. Like I just hate not doing it, you know?
Okay.
So like I need to have a really good reason to invade, and like I mean I guess you have a Blitzcrank and stuff, like because this just messes up my whole early game plan. You know the thing that I talk about in my guide, the best case scenario, if they start red, you know, and you said Nunu starts red, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my full clear, I'm gonna meet Nunu on the top scuttle, I'm gonna either kill him or take the crab, take another crab, you double crab him, full clear up again, you're level 6, you're getting ready for drag. You know, you could have easily done that this game.
Okay.
It's just so much better than like making the game so messy here, you know?
Okay, yeah.
So again, the way that I view is Olaf, I mean, I actually, when I started making my Olaf guide, I started invading every game. I'm like, Olaf's like so good at invading, but I noticed more and more that like, no, his strength is actually that full clear and then pressuring the map when you're level 4. Because your tempo is insane from that. You know, you're so fast at doing it. You know, you're one of the fastest junglers in the game. So that's just some advice about invading there, Griffin. So we do take the Raptors. We see Nunu top, which means he started your red. Yeah, because I mean the thing about this is because again we don't have blue buff Griffin, so we're literally like useless right now unless we go take our blue after this. But I do like this though. I still like the just taking his 3 camps because he doesn't know whether you've taken these 3 camps or not, you know. And he actually doesn't have taken these, so you're actually up 2 camps on him, you know. And you're going to do camps a lot faster than he is, so you're probably going to be up again, you know, at least 3 or 4 camps. All right, so we're ganking bot here. I really don't like this bot gank, Griffin. This is going back to the information you're giving Nunu right now. I want Nunu to just have no idea what's going on, what I'm doing. So, like, I mean, this is a pretty big wave. It's a cannon wave. Like, because if you show here right now, you just give so much information to Nunu. He knows instantly that you only have red buff, 12 CS. Oh, he's done 3 of my top camps, my bot camps.
He could just come back to my red side.
Yeah, he would come back to your red side, but you are just going to freely get all this stuff if you don't show. You know, what I want you to do now is literally have another full clear, reset, get ready for drag.
Okay.
And so yeah, really, really important to just not show here. I think this really ruins your momentum this game, tempo, and just giving free information to the enemy jungler. Always make the enemy jungler work for information over you, especially in these sort of like trades, like when you're trading sides of the map. Information is everything. Alright, so Nunu shows up. He actually hasn't done your Raptors or Krugs, so this is a pretty big win for you. Alright, tell me your mindset here, Griffin. Why do you think to check this crab?
Well, I wanted to check the crab because Nunu would most likely go to his red side, maybe like pick up the Raptors and Krugs after a back. So I didn't think that the crab would be up.
Alright, so we just need to assume crab's gone. You see this right now? Like, there's no way crab's not gone. It's 3 minutes 30 seconds, and this is why looking at the map and map pointers is so important. He shows up with 16 CS as well. Like, he's definitely done the crab, you know? So
Okay.
you should know at this situation that he's done the crab. No reason to check it. You're literally like 10% health as well. I would not be doing that. Like, speed is everything. Like, you need to go straight to your Krugs reset bot. Like, spending that extra 5-10 seconds on, you know, checking that crab could be the difference between missing a gank opportunity or, like, you know, rushing drag or something like that, you know? So really important to just always have information. League of Legends is an information game, especially as a jungler. So you come check this, we waste some time. Okay, tell me about this ward here as well. Is it because you want to switch out to sweeper anyway, so you're just placing the ward?
I wasn't really sure about that ward. I just placed it there just to see if my red up, but I knew it was taken out.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to use your ward and just reset, just go and actually Joe in the chat says he's making sure that you definitely did take your red. Well, you definitely know now, Griffin, but this is yeah, just if you're gonna place a ward and switch out to sweeper, place it either here or here just to help out your laners a bit, you know?
Okay.
Alright, so we reset here. Going now bot side. Doing a gank bot. Nice Q. Alright, so you are forced to flash there. Alright.
I think I could have executed that a little better.
Because the way that I view
Pick up
this
the axe.
is this is a low impact gank because you're low health. You potentially need to reset right now. You don't know where Nunu is. You want to do drag off this and you waste your flash defensively. So I view this gank as a bit of a foul gank. And yeah, actually you just didn't pick up your axe. This would have been way clean if you picked up your axe. Yeah. Alright, you help him push this in. You take dragon. full clear up. How much gold are you sitting on? 878. Okay, so, play this skirmish. I think just wrong target selection here, Griffin. Nunu is definitely the kill target here. Trinimir still has ult. I would be killing Nunu here. You see how much time you waste on Trinimir? You Q him, you E him, you auto-attack again, auto-attack again, auto-attack again. Like, Nunu would be dead by now. You might potentially still die to Trend, but, just, yeah, this is not good, not good team fight target selection. You give double kill there as well. Alright, well, that's all I want to go over for this game here, Griffin. Do you have any other questions around this?
Oh.
Or in general?
So mostly, unless something like something big is gonna happen, I should mostly never go for an invade.
Yeah, I want you to stop invading, Griffin. Not until you get to high Elo, okay? Just don't overcomplicate the game with invading. Just do your level 4 clear, just perfect that. You will climb, I guarantee it. Because what is this? Is this silver or what Elo is this?
This is in silver 2.
Silver 2, okay. Yeah, until you're like platinum, do not invade. I want you to focus on that clear, perfecting that, you know, like I talk about in my guide. Sound good?
Okay. Sounds good.
Alright, thanks for coming on again, Griffin, and we will potentially see you next time.
Thank you.
Alright, see you later. Alright, so we got one more guest for the show tonight. Aiko, I see you in the chat. I'm going to drag you in a moment. Let me just get your game up. Let's take a look at chat while we're waiting. So Nigeria says, new to this channel. Welcome to the channel, by the way. What else do we do besides stream League? We are literally only about League of Legends here and helping people get better at jungling. That's literally the only purpose of this channel and all my content. And check out my YouTube channel as well for some champion guards. I've done guards right now on Xin Zhao, Nunu, Hecarim, and Olaf. And working on Eve as the next guard. Alright, so this is a Nunu game to wrap us up for tonight. Aiko, I'm going to drag you in a moment. Bossa says, are you only focusing on champion guards for now? What are you planning to do after that? Well, I mean, there's a lot of champions to cover, Bluster. So I haven't thought that far ahead, but I definitely want to do a jungle fundamentals series as well. Sort of covering like all the fundamentals, you know, tracking, ganking, identifying win condition. That's a really requested topic. All right, 3-6-19. All right, Aiko, you are on the air. Can you hear me all good? You are muted if you're trying to talk.
There we go.
All right, Aiko, this is your first time on the show, right?
Yep.
I've seen you in the chat and my Discord a lot, but good to finally put the voice to the name. All right, what should I call you? Or is Aiko fine?
Aiko's fine.
All right, Aiko, I'm going to get your game up in just a moment. Let me know when you can see it on the screen. All good?
All right, see it.
You've been playing a lot of Nunu recently. You liking Nunu? What's your ranked strategy right now? Is it Nunu one trick, playing a different champs, just testing him out for now?
I think it's a little bit of testing, but definitely leaning towards the Nunu one trick.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm really liking him.
So let's take a look at your runes. So you're pretty much going the runes that I suggest in my guide: attack speed, AP, and armor. Okay, interesting. You don't want to switch out to magic resist here against the Akali Echo?
I think, to be honest, I probably just forgot to switch it. But for me, I don't know. I always just thought that the armor was more for the camps for early.
Yep.
Because I can build into the magic resist, you know, later on.
Yeah. So I mean, I think armor
that was, I guess, my thought
is fine here, but remember, I think then that's where the situation where you just have to build mercs this game. I mean, there actually is a lot of CC, so this is definitely a merc treads game into like, you know, Maokai, Echo CC, Renekton. I mean, that's pretty much all the CC here, but definitely if you're getting armor here, you have to get merc treads because you're just not going to have magic resist for so long, right?
Yeah.
All right, so any reason for the invade there? You're trying to place a ward or get some information on Echo?
I was just gonna try and put a ward there, and then obviously Akali came over, so I just pieced out a little bit. And then I decided to, you know, put a ward here so I could swap out because I like to gank after blue. So I was hoping that would be able to, if I can see anything going on in the river at least. I don't know if that's where I should be putting it though.
Yeah, I think the fact that you were here, just place it here. Like, I wouldn't be too afraid of invading us an Echo, to be honest. Like, Echo's very weak. You could probably honestly 1v1. He's one of the few champs that Nunu could randomly 1v1. Place it here. Just know where he starts. It looks like he did start blue. Do we actually know that from where he walks? Who shows up to lane first? Alright.
I think I'm trying to remember because I don't think I looked at when they turned up, to be honest.
That's actually a bit confusing to me as well. I actually don't exactly know where he started, to be honest. It looks like they did a very short leash on blue. But that red you would have known that if you did a ward there, like you would have had the information. You know, again, League of Legends is an information game that okay, Echo started blue, bam. You know, because you always need to think about where they start because you need to think about the top crab. You know, the first top crab is the really important bit.
Yeah, and so that's what I was trying to do, was trying to ward up in the red. But then when Akali came through, I wasn't sure if I should still try and ward for it or if I should just back off because I wasn't sure if anyone else was there.
Yeah, you're right there. Just ward for it and just get out straight away. All right, so we see Echo. All right, so Echo shows on the map. What does this tell us? Were you looking here?
That he started bot. Yeah.
And
I saw him come up and then I went, because so usually at blue, like almost every game is when, you know, I'll finish blue and look, while I'm doing blue, I'll look for the gank. And so mid, I think when I was looking at mid, Vlad was already back towards, or was pushed up. So it wasn't much of a gank opportunity there, whereas Renekton was pushed up on, you know, on top. And obviously Nasus isn't a good early game, you know, kill threat, but I thought because he was so far up, I thought it was a good option.
Okay. Yep. My question I was going to ask you here, Keiko, was what camps has he done if he's shown here with blue buff?
I don't think I looked for that.
Really important stuff. Because right now I'll be thinking, you know what I can take? If he fell ganks this, like I could take a red, take his Raptors. I have so many opportunities. Like honestly, like it's a Renekton here with Ignite, I have a Nasus. I don't know about this one, you know? Yeah. Like I just don't think we have the damage to kill him here.
And I think so the reason I put this game in is because for the games I played Silver, if I can get ahead early, then you know I can lock in and I can be fine. Yeah. But I think this game where it really went wrong was I came up top too many times. Absolutely,
that's the worst thing you could do. Renekton is gonna 1v2 you guys. Honestly, he can out heal the damage you guys put out. So already, this is a reason why this game is already just difficult. You just made the game so difficult for yourself. You showed on that for free. You burnt the flash there, but around this is just definitely not your win condition at all. You know.
Yeah.
So I think bot's very vulnerable. I think you can lane gank when you get boots. Nunu, free kills. Philios, Maokai, you have Nautilus to lock him down. Jhin. So
so I guess for when I start, you know, in the loading screen, I thought Vlad would be a good place to. No, I don't know if he would be the win con, but I thought he would be a good place to kind of pressure. And then when I was looking at bot, they were just like always either pushed up or like half dead. I don't know if that's just me looking at the wrong times, but I just didn't really know where I should be, you know.
Yeah, impact, I mean, to be honest, this is I talk about this in my guide. This is just a hard Nunu game. This is the worst case scenario for me. You know, I say I don't like having a tank top, and a mage mid.
You got both.
You got both. So this is already like the game's on hard mode. Like Nunu is a champ that is really dependent on, I've found like way more success, you know, AD mid, AD top, I could utilize that as a win condition. You know, I can gank. But like right now, your only opportunity is bot, and if you have no opportunities bot, then you're not going to be doing much this game, Aiko, honestly. It's literally just farming, you know? This is probably the lowest pressure. Like, I would say Vlad and Nunu is probably one of the worst 2v2 combos in League of Legends, on top of like Nunu, Kassadin or something like that, you know, early.
Yeah.
So the answer is like team comp wise, you just have no options here, honestly. Aiko.
So I guess in that situation, if I am, you know, if I do end up one tricking Nunu, is this a game where I would, you know, go on whatever secondary pick that I have?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because it just felt like I just could not, you know, they were just such a slippery team. I could never get in and just, you know, start eating them. Just tank all the damage.
All right, why blue smite over red smite? That's all guys in my guide.
So for blue smite, because of I know Akali and Renekton have a good amount of mobility, so I figured if I could blue smite them, if they, you know, like dodge the W or something, then I could get on top of them with the E and root them.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense, and that's definitely going to help you in certain situations, but I just think red smite's so important on Nunu, because your damage is so little without it. And your skirmishing power is so different between red and blue smite. So, yeah, I mean, yes, but like if Akali's getting away, blue smite's not going to help you, to be honest. Like, you know, Echo I can maybe see, but, you know, Akali has her ult, she's got a W, she's got her E. She's a slippery champion, so definitely would go red smite still here.
I think this is where I think I greed for dragon at some point here. Yeah, I kill the ward and then I just try and do it anyway.
Yeah, so whenever your position has been compromised, the obvious thought, think about you right now. Everyone's pinging dragon on the enemy team. He just killed the ward, he's on drag, he's on drag, he's on drag.
Yeah.
So you need to put yourself in the enemy's shoes. I mean, do you know where Echo is right now?
I did not at the time. I know I've since, you know, when I watched the replay afterwards, everyone, you know, I think he's spam pinging me right now. And then he's just coming off his blue, I think, or his jungle at least.
Right, so this is sort of like an unintentional bait. That's sort of like trades 1v1, you know what I mean? Like, you're lucky your team has priority. I don't know if you're looking at that, but that's why I asked, you know where Echo is? Answer is no. You kill the ward, you just back out. Look at all the camps you've got right now, Echo, you know?
Yeah.
Like, this is worst case scenario. You just traded 1 for 1. In a situation where you have priority bot or mid. If you want to do this drag, I think it's still fine, but tell your team you're doing this, you know? They don't know. Trust me, players are not going to look at this is silver elo, right?
Yeah.
Players are not going to look at the map. The people have zero map awareness. So tell them, come, help. Look, Zek would come to you right now and help you. Echo's dead, and you say drag. I think this drag call's fine, is what I'm trying to say. It's just executed incorrectly.
Right. Okay. And I think I could have, if I had landed my W, I could have finished him, but he did the like little jump thing, got him behind it. But I hear what you're saying, and like definitely makes, you know, I think it's just I make it harder for myself than it needs to be.
Now we come for round 2 dragon, and all our top camps are going to be up. Round 2, team deathmatch, Call of Duty, League of Legends right now.
The game just kind of devolves from here, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's just I think part of it is just I haven't got too much experience as a jungler, but it's like when that first thing happens where it doesn't go how I thought, then it just kind of like I'm like, oh my god, what do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, and I mean, I'm in your position right now. I'm thinking, what do I do? What do I do? Like, I'm gonna lose dragon here. Like, can I maybe trade rift? But all my bot side camps are up, all my top side camps are up, and this is the consequences of bad pathing of that dragon call.
Yeah.
This is the consequences right now. It's like you can completely mess up your entire game through just a bad call, you know? So this is the snowball, you know, from all that. It's just huge. So yeah, that's all I want to go for this game, Aiko, because this is really important. All right. Well, do you have any?
That's my main issue with it. Yeah, I think that was really it. It's just, I think pathing probably is what I should be focusing on. I don't know if you agree with that, but just trying to make sure I understand, you know, more of the overall game rather than just like, oh, dragon's up, let me go get it. Yeah,
well, like your dragon's up, I can go get it, but like, can I get it? How quickly can I get it? Do I have lane priority? Is all my jungle camps up? That's a huge part of it as well. You know, it's like ideally you're starting dragon with all your camps down. That's best case scenario.
Right.
Because it's like, even if I die here, it's all good. The enemy jungler can't trade any camps for it.
Right. So it's like instead of being like once dragon spawns, then going, oh, let's look and see what's happening. Rather, it's like, okay, dragon spawning in, however, 2 minutes. Let me clear everything so I'm ready for it.
Yeah, or some cases that's not the case. Sometimes it's like this is an important dragon fight come in, but again that's best case scenario. But you can prevent like a bad situation by having the good path in at 3 minutes to the 5 minute mark. And again, that's what all this your first jungle clear is all about. So, yeah, again, I think that drag call was fine if you executed on it correctly. That's just it.
Right.
But you messing that up and then coming back bot, all your camps up, you've put yourself in a terrible position.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Well, if that's it, you are the last guest for this show. But thanks for coming on. Again, good to put the voice to the name. And we will potentially see you next time.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, see you later, Echo.
See ya.
All right, so that was it for episode 25 here. We had 6 guests. This VOD of this will be up on my YouTube channel in probably tomorrow or the next day. Any other questions in the chat, now's the time to ask, but I will be wrapping up the stream. Graves, was some conversation about Graves here. Blacksmith says, can you do a guard on Zach or Graves, please? I was initially looking to do a guard on Graves, but it just got banned so much. I've sort of just on to Eve now, and then Zach I actually am going to do. Zach will be the next tank jungler that I do. I've obviously done one on Nunu, but I definitely want to do a Zach guide. So, but Eve is my next guide. I'll figure out what I'm doing after that. I definitely think Zach's probably one of the best solo queue tank junglers on top of Nunu. So Nigeria says, I like how you have all jungle champs with their own channels on Discord. It's all a resource there to help you get better at jungling. So feel free to ask any questions. Halo says, don't hate on my Mumu. Mumu needs some work. He needs some work tanking Mumu. I think Grenade and Mumu is better. Alright guys, well thanks for watching episode 25. I will catch you guys in my next stream or YFJC show.